For opponents of Bill 21, it's been a 5-year legal battle.
Let us be clear. Bill 21 is a discriminatory law that violates the fundamental rights and freedoms of Quebecers.
That fight will now head to the Supreme Court. Bill 21 was passed in 2019, banning those with public sector jobs like teachers, police officers, and judges from wearing religious symbols. Opponents argued it unfairly targeted Muslim women. The English Montreal School Board is one of the main interveners in the case.
I don't believe that a teacher who chooses to wear a religious symbol makes the state or a school board or even a school a religious institution.
Sabrina DeFrally teaches at Westmount High. She says the law prevents her from expressing her religion.
I have to say I've been actively looking for positions outside of the province due to this. Because I want to be able to just be myself and authentically myself. And I want to be back in a Canadian city where that message rings true.
The Quebec government responded today, saying secularism is a fundamental value, and Quebec will fight to the end to defend the secularism law. Pro-Bill 21 group Mouvement Laïque Québec says it's confident the legislation will be upheld.
I'm pretty sure we're going to win. And then I think that slowly but surely Bill 21 will be more and more accepted, just like Bill 101 was very controversial, and then slowly but surely it became a part of the law of the land and has been more accepted.
The case is a complex one. Part of it is based on Quebec's preemptive use of the notwithstanding clause, which allows it to circumvent charter rights.
When the CAQ government, led by François Legault, used the quasi-emergency powers of the notwithstanding clause to preemptively take away the rights of some Canadians, he let the genie of legal authoritarianism out of the bottle.
Frédéric Bérard is representing a teachers' union in the challenge and expects it will be a major ruling for Quebec society.
Yeah, it's complex for sure, and because there's a lot of ramification. Bill 21 is the illustration of what could be wrong in using the notwithstanding clause, obviously, but it goes way more than that.
He says it could have an impact on how the clause is used across the country. Julius Gray is also involved in the case and adds, depending on the way the court addresses the clause, it could have an impact on other legislation like Bill 96. But there's no way of telling what aspect of the legislation the Supreme Court will rule on.
There could be a judgment that pretty well tells Quebec you can't use the notwithstanding clause in that way, or a judgment that simply adjusts the use.
There's no firm timeline on when this case will be heard. In 2024, the average wait for a first hearing at the Supreme Court was about 9.5 months. With a federal election this year and a Quebec election scheduled for 2026, Bill 21 and the notwithstanding clause could be a campaign issue. Kelly Gregg, CTV News.